June. I'm the Director of Managed Services here at Paladin, and this morning's webinar is going to be on managed security. And I've been doing this for about 2.5 years, so Chad's going to get the recording on us and get this going here. A lot of stuff to cover, some good stuff. But yes, a little bit about me. Like I said, I've been doing this for about 2.5, 3 years. Been with Paladin about 6 years now. Have things dialed in pretty well. Our antivirus is some of the best. I'm going to explain things to you. And then if you have any questions at any time, go ahead and you guys can raise your hand along the way, or go ahead and type something in, and then Chad, you can cut in anytime and with any questions that anyone has. If not, I'll go ahead and bring that up at the end again and see if anyone has any questions in closing or anything I could make a little more clear. Okay, let's look and see what we have here. We're going to go over the managed security. What is it, how it works, and how it's going to protect your business, what threats are currently out there, and how our managed security is going to go ahead and help keep those at bay. How does it help your business, us as opposed to the other guys having some other security or antivirus on your computers? What are the advantages of going with us here at Paladin with our managed antivirus? And then what you have to do to go ahead and get started. So let's just jump right in here. So what is managed security? Paladin's managed security, we use a company called Trend Micro, and we've been with them for a number of years. And let me explain that for just a minute. Let me kind of go over these here. Paladin's managed security. It provides a complete computer security solution for your business. It protects you against a threat of viruses and malware using the power of Trend Micro, like I said. So how we got started with Trend Micro is we were using them as a standalone offering for years. So whenever a customer ordered any computers from us, we would go ahead and add a Trend Micro standalone license. Basically, it was kind of the glorified home version. And then over the years, we had ordered so many hundreds of those. Trend Micro got a hold of us and said, hey, would you guys be interested in going ahead and doing a managed solution? You would take care of that in-house. You'd generate your own licenses. You would go ahead and provide your own IT support, as opposed to the standalone version we were using before. The customer would have to go ahead and call Trend Micro. Sometime there would be some charges involved in that if there was any antivirus work to be done. So we decided about 2.5, maybe going on 3 years now, to go ahead and start doing this in-house and managing the antivirus. So I went through some training, quite a bit of training, and then me and my department, we now handle all the IT work. So at the bottom here, it includes remote real-time monitoring by me and my team. So we're looking at your computers for any virus threats or any issues. It throws up a red flag here on our Christmas tree on our console that we monitor. And then we can get back a hold of you and say, okay, hey, this computer has something suspicious going on, and then we can go ahead and take care of that for you. So that's what we're doing now with the managed antivirus from Trend Micro. So we've been working with Trend Micro for quite a while, and they are the #1 small business antivirus in the world. So you're well protected by using the managed security from Paladin, using in partnership with Trend Micro. So again, it is managed for you. Security is monitored 24/7. The program itself is an extremely powerful program, and it goes ahead and does most of the heavy lifting on its own. And then if there's something that can't be taken care of automatically, then we will step in and go ahead and take care of that for you, remove it manually. And then I have a second level of experts that can go ahead and help me just in case there's something that we run into that we can't handle. We have some actual level 2 technicians at Trend Micro that are always available to jump in case we get into something that we can't help. So you're well protected, and you're well covered. So proactive protection. As new threats are identified, you get antivirus updates every 3 minutes to ensure uninterrupted protection for all your computers. That's true. If there's not an update to be checked, in 3 minutes it will manually go out and check to pull down to see if there's any new threats. This is the #1 small business antivirus in the world, like I was saying. So there are bad guys out there that are coming up with viruses every second. There are, tens of hundreds, if not thousands, that are coming up every minute from somewhere in the world from some bad guy. So what they're doing is they're finding the virus, capturing it, studying the virus, and then coming up with an antivirus to that. So unfortunately, somebody has to get it first, and then it has to be sent in to be studied, to be identified, so they can come up with an antivirus. And then that is put out to all of the Trend Micro customers all around the world, and that comes out and updates your computer in real time as it's released around the world. If your computers aren't finding anything, then they go out and manually check and pull things down every 3 minutes. So you always have the very latest antivirus protection on your computers using our managed security partnered with Trend Micro. And this is there's unlimited growth potential. Whether you have one computer or you have 20 or 60 or whatever, we can always grow with you. So if you just have one and you want to go to 2, that's not a problem. Because it is just a monthly subscription. We don't lock you in to a long-term, like a year contract, like some of the other antiviruses will. So we're just monthly. So if you have 10 and you decide, hey, I don't want to use this on my personal computers at home, I want to go ahead and just stick with the business computers at work, we can drop those connections and you just lose just a couple of dollars per month off your monthly subscription, because we are just a monthly subscription based, so you're not locked into anything like that. So some of the threats that are out there, managed security, now we provide an ongoing protection of your business against multiple ever-present threats. Antivirus is kind of the umbrella heading, but there are other things that we will take care of. Ransomware has been really, really rampant here recently, and I've noticed a big surge, and we've had a lot of customers that have had problems with some sort of ransomware that have went in and encrypted the information on their computers. And actually, Trend Micro does have some decryption tools as well. There's probably about a dozen of the big ransomware viruses that are being used, encryptions that are being used, that Trend Micro can actually decrypt and get your information back. Now, there's a lot of them out there that they can't even touch, but they're one of the only companies out there that have 12 to 15 of the big ones. They have a key to unlock that to get your information back. So that's huge. I've never even heard of that before, so that's really good. Spyware protection, total data security. So if you add another computer in there, we can go ahead and add the antivirus on that new computer for you. Another thing to mention is we have another program called DataWise, which is automatic off-site backups. We did a webinar on that a couple months back. You can go ahead and look that up. But that's huge as well. Our developers here have done a great job of getting DataWise together, so it does an automatic off-site backup every night and brings your database, your Paladin database, over here in our servers to be held securely in Bend, Oregon here. We go ahead and restore those fully to make sure that those backups are viable and a good backup, and then we can get that data back to you. So that's another addition to the antivirus or the managed security. It's called DataWise. Look into that. That'll kind of make a well-rounded protection for you in the event of any kind of a catastrophe. Asset discovery and reporting. I send out a detailed report every Monday morning at 9 o'clock with the previous week's threats on all your computers, how they were handled. And if you have any questions with that, we can go ahead and go over that report. It's pretty straightforward, but if you do have questions, we're here for you. And device threat monitoring, again, we've got that covered for you. If there's anything that is weird or suspicious on your computers, it'll let us know and we can get in there and help. But also you would need to go ahead and do things, because sometimes there are some legitimate programs. They're not really a virus at all, but they're just a troublesome program, and so the antivirus won't detect it or won't block it because it is a legitimate program, but it's doing things that you may not want, and it may cause some slowness on your computer. It may be doing such things as going out and finding the best price on gasoline in your area and keeping that up to date. Well, you may not need that information, so I have a pocket full of tools that I can go in and remove some of those unwanted programs once you have signed up for our managed security. It gives me more power to go in and help get things clean to keep you up and running safe. Now, my job with the antivirus is to keep the computer running at peak performance so that our program will run at peak performance. So our managed security is not Paladin specific. It's computer specific. So we can go ahead and put our managed antivirus on personal computers at home as well. Laptops, iPads, cell phones, we can do all of that. And if we do have all of the computers on your network protected, there is no charge for any antivirus work. The other guys will go ahead and charge you for virus work. Most of the time, their services are, not only do they get you locked in for a year, but their services are just monitoring. They'll go, hey, you've got a virus. And that's it. Then you'll need to get a hold of them to say, hey, what do I do with this? They'll go, oh, well, that's $90 for us to look to get a remote connection, and then we charge you for virus work. So some of them are free or cheap. And that's why, because they charge you extra for any virus work. If we have all of the computers on your network covered with our managed antivirus and you still do get a virus, there's no charge for any of the virus work. We're just so sure of our product being able to help protect against any virus or any issues. There's no charge for any virus work on that. So that's why we really recommend that you get everything locked down. Last thing we need is to have some unprotected computer. I kind of like to use the analogy of a house. So let's say you've got your home and all the nice things set up in your house, and there's a great big steel reinforced front door, and you've got a nice great big steel reinforced back door, and then on the side door, you've decided that you just have a screen. And you may have a little latch on the screen door, but it's still just a screen door. So the bad guy goes up to the front door, beats and pounds and smashes and can't get through because it is steel reinforced, goes to the back door, beats and pounds, can't get in because it's steel reinforced, so he can't get into your network, but he finds this computer in the office that has no antivirus on it. He finds that screen door access onto the side of your house. He cuts right through that like it's not even there, and he still gets inside your house and starts breaking your things, taking your things. That's exactly what happens with an antivirus. So it's very important to have those office computers that may not be running Paladin, to have those protected as well, because a bad guy will use that to get access into your network. Once he's inside your network, they can start doing quite a bit more damage and have a little bit more free reign. So really important to get all of those taken care of, and then we help you out from there. Paladin's managed security aligns technology to support your business initiatives, preventing computer downtime to ensure higher productivity, provides proactive maintenance that saves on support costs. Again, it's free. If we have, there's no charge for any antivirus work, as long as we have everything taken care of and all locked down and protected with our antivirus on all the computers on your network. So our job here is to make sure that you don't go down due to a virus. We want to make sure that you are up and running all the time, because if you lose a computer or, heaven forbid, your store, how much is it going to cost you? They said the average small business, if they were down, they would lose $8,000 in an hour. Now, I don't know if all of that is revenue, but it certainly makes you think, if you go down due to anything and you can't ring up sales on even one computer, let alone your whole store, how much money are you actually losing? How many thousands of dollars are you losing because you don't have the ability to ring up any sales because a virus or something malicious has locked down that computer and you can't get in? So our job is for just a couple of dollars per computer per month to make sure that you're up and running, and that doesn't happen. So just think for a minute, how many thousands of dollars would you lose if you were to go down versus how much would it be for a few dollars per computer per month to have that protection? Very, very important, especially when you look at it that way. What are some managed security advantages? It's affordable. Again, we have a stair-step pricing, so we can go ahead and get you set up. It's just a couple of dollars per computer per month. Go ahead and give me a call and we can get you an exact quote. It's very, very affordable. And again, it is just monthly, whereas the other guys are trying to lock you into long-term commitments, a year commitment. We're just monthly, and it's just added a few dollars per computer to your monthly subscription. And we can take care of that. Again, just give me a call. We'll go ahead and get a managed security plan put together for you and give you best practices for those and get you up and running in no time with our managed security. Direct access to us, our team here. We've got our own extension, our own line. You can get a hold of the department anytime, and we can get back to you if we don't answer the phone. Oftentimes we're on the phone taking care of customers, so we should be able to give you a call right back, or you can shoot us an email as well. I'm CJ at paladinpos.com. It's just that simple. Dedicated time to review reports and identify issues that ensure optimal device performance. Again, if you have any questions with the report that I send you out every Monday morning at 9 o'clock, you can always give a call. We can go over that. Or if you have any questions, sometimes you'll get some sort of a weird pop-up blocker or pop-up browser that will hijack things and you'll have issues. Just give a call. If your computer's not running maybe as fast as it used to, there may be some kind of an unwanted program that's running some reports or doing some updates that you don't want. Again, we can help you out with all that, and I'm pretty easy to get a hold of, and we can go over any of the things like that. Manage antivirus and security solutions that protect your business. We have the best. So I've got it configured to work extremely well with Paladin. Many of the other antivirus programs out there, they may be cheaper. Most of them are just as expensive, if not more. But the challenge is Paladin will not work with them as well as we have our own antivirus working with Paladin. It's very common for other antiviruses, Norton, Kaspersky, McAfee, all the known ones and a lot of the unknown ones. When we do an update for Paladin, it's very common for those other antiviruses to block the update and not allow that to come through, so that computer is not going to work. We would need to get a connection, get in there, take a look, uninstall the antivirus, do a manual update of that new build of Paladin, and then put your antivirus back on. And until we have time to be able to get that done, that computer's not working. Well, if you're running our managed antivirus, that doesn't happen. Every time there's a new build that comes out of Paladin, I copy that build over to the team at Trend Micro, and they whitelist that program or pre-approve it. So by the time it gets released across the nation, Trend Micro already knows to look for it, and it will go down seamlessly into any of the computers that are running our antivirus. So that's huge, another reason to go with us. Remote support and active monitoring by our expert IT team. I guess I'm an expert. There's a lot of things that I've learned and still a lot more that I do need to know, but we do a great job at what we do. And again, I've got a team of level 2 engineers if I run into something that I haven't seen before. And when it comes to antivirus, the bad guys are always writing things. So it's kind of common to see things that are new that pop up. Sometimes it's a different variation on the same virus theme, but it's like version 2 or 3. So they'll tweak it a little bit. So I may need to get a little bit of help. But they've got my back, and I've got yours. So you're always safe with us here at Paladin with our managed security. And if you have any questions and want to go ahead and get signed up, go ahead and reach out and give us a call. How the process will work is once you call, I'll go ahead and go over the pricing with you, make sure this is going to be a good strategy for you, which I'm sure it will be. Antivirus is required in your contract to have a good antivirus, and again, ours is one of the best. The #1 small business antivirus in the world. We use Trend Micro. I'll get connections to your computers. I'll go ahead and remove any known malicious programs or competing antivirus. You can only have one antivirus program on a computer at a time. Otherwise, they will butt heads. They'll both try to scan the same program at the same time. It can really cause some slowness or quite a mess. So you just want to have one running. We'll go ahead and remove the others for you. Put ours on there. They're called an agent because they do the work. Then we get you set up. The computers will do a deep scan overnight at 2:30 in the morning. To go ahead and take advantage of that deep scan, you'll need to leave the computers on. You can turn the monitors off. A lot of our customers will just turn the monitors off and leave the computers on to take advantage of that deep scan. And then again, every Monday morning, like I said, we send out a detailed report, lets you know any of the previous week's threats or attacks and how they were handled and on what computer. And if you add personal computers at home, because it is so affordable, and a lot of my customers will add personal computers, or they have multiple locations, or they have multiple businesses. It's not uncommon for them to have Paladin at one business, but then they have 2 or 3 other businesses that are non-Paladin businesses, but they still want our antivirus on that. Any other computers that you add will show up on this weekly report, and the computers will show up on the bill and be added to your monthly subscription. So for as you get adding more, they're as cheap as $2 a piece per computer. That just gets added to your monthly Paladin subscription. And then those other non-Paladin computers will show up on that detailed report I send you every Monday morning, and we can go over that. So if you have any questions or anything about that, we can go over that. Another thing we have, and there is no charge for that, is filters. We have content blocking by class. So if you've got employees that are looking at girls or checking out Facebook or wanting to see if they won the lottery, we can block all that content with our content blockers. Again, no charge for that. I like folks to go ahead and just run with the default settings on those at first. And then if you need it to be locked down a little bit more, we can go in together and go through those filters and decide what you would like blocked, what content you'd like blocked, or what content you'd like opened up. It's pretty common for the owners or managers' computers to not have any filters on them so that they can go ahead and use the internet to its full potential, but they would like to have the workstations out front maybe locked down just a little bit more to make sure that the employees there are actually working and not surfing the internet. No charge for that. We can do that as well. And again, I become your IT guy, or my department becomes your IT department for any virus issues. And as long as we have everything on your network, there's no charge for anything. And if a computer does end up getting taken down, and it's a computer that came from us and it was taken down due to a virus, we can go all the way to sending you out a new hard drive at no charge if you have our antivirus on everything. So it's amazing that we'll be able to provide that level of protection and security, and we can back it up. Now, just one quick caveat to that: having world-class antivirus with us here at Paladin is important, but you still could potentially get a virus. It's kind of like a flu shot. Let's say you're living healthy and doing good, not hanging out in any kindergartens or anything where there's lots of viruses. You can get a virus. Then you decide you want to go ahead and do one better and get a flu shot. Well, you can still get a virus or still get the flu even though you have a flu shot. Same thing with antivirus. You know, you're doing good, you're not going to any suspicious sites, you can still get a virus on that computer. You have antivirus, even if it's from us, you can still get a virus on your computer. It's just in your contract. We want to do everything we can to make sure that you are up and running, successful and safe while you're doing business, because a virus can literally cripple your store. I run into it every month, and sometimes it costs thousands of dollars to get a customer back up and running. So I definitely want to have you up and protected as soon as possible. So that's kind of it. Again, my name is CJ. I'm the Managed Services Director here at Paladin. Please give me a call. Let me know how I can help. We can get you set up and keep you safe, or at least get a quote from us and see how affordable this is. So that kind of concludes the presentation here. Chad, are you with me? Is there any questions that I can help answer?
No questions at this time, no sir.
Okay. All right, well, that sounds good. I think that kind of concludes the presentation for today. Be sure to tune in, and we've got more things going every Tuesday. So if you have any questions about the managed antivirus, go ahead and just reach out to us. We're here to help you, and you guys have a good day. And always, stay safe.